Dimebag tuitional licks video number 1. Today we are going to be looking at artificial harmonics, how to achieve them, and dive bombs. Oh yeah! My name is Rohan Black, and first of all, in order to achieve these kinds of sounds, you will need to be on your bridge pickup, because the neck pickup doesn't pick up harmonics as well. So you want your bridge one, a high distortion, high output humbucker pickup is the one you want to be going for. You want a guitar like this with a Floyd Rose. If you don't have Floyd Rose, you won't be able to get those up and down sounding harmonics. You need that Floyd Rose or some other kind of locking tremolo system. And lots of distortion on the amp. I'm actually criminally using a pod for a PA system. I don't care what people think about that. Dimebag certainly didn't care, neither do I. But however you need to get that sound, compression is good as well. All I've got going on here is distortion and compression and the sound of this room. So first of all, how to do a dive bomb. Dimebag often favoured having the arm this end up. It does make it a bit more physical, let's say. When it's that way around, you can do some stuff with it and it's quite cool, but that way you can really get behind it and it's like a spread open, balls out position. It's a great way of doing it. Standing up will also get you in the right mood to do this. So dive bombs without artificial harmonics. When you've got your Floyd Rose set up nicely, you should be safe to have the strings, see that? Fully floating away from the thing. Don't be afraid of abusing that guitar. Obviously don't rip the thing off, but you should be safe. It's a little bit out of tune there, I don't know, it's a bit cold in here, but actually, in fact, fuck that. Okay, so
once you've got your Floyd Rose set up nicely, you should be safe to fully have the strings slacking off the neck. Don't be afraid of abusing it or putting it as far as it goes. Don't do it too hard, don't damage your guitar.
but listen to, if you flick the E string with your left hand, like so, it's just a little, like that, while damping the other ones. This hand's free to use this. That's a dive bomb. Super easy to do. Just try it on the G string. So that's your first lesson there. Experiment a bit with that. There is a certain amount of control required on the Floyd Rose, which will take some practicing, but just practice it and you will get there. So, artificial harmonics. Here is how to do an artificial harmonic. We're going to start on the E string, 12th fret. This is the easiest one to do. And what you do is you position your finger right on the fret, right over it there. Not like when you're fretting it, when you're pushing down, but actually above the metal fret. And you don't push onto the string, you rest it just above, like that. And then you strike the string, and as you feel the vibration of your strike, you remove your finger. And it's the fleshy part of your finger that absorbs some of the impact of the pick, or the finger, and as it comes off, it kind of rings the string like a bell. And you will hear it's the 12th fret note. Once you've mastered that one, which should be quite easy, move up to the 7th fret on the E string. We're going to start on the E string because they're easier. So it's the same principle, but on top of the 7th fret. Hear how that's a higher note? So each time you half the string, the 12th fret is halfway between the top and the bottom of the string, you get a harmonic there. Each time you half it again, you get another harmonic. So the 7th fret harmonic is an octave above our E string. I played it before I hit the pickup selector there. Already starting to sound a bit like Dimebag. The next one is at the 5th fret, and they get a little bit harder each time as it's half, because it's harder for the string to achieve that bell sound, but it's the same principle. On the 5th fret here, sometimes you can use the side of your finger. You want to get like a nice, precise thing. You see where I'm positioning it? Directly above the fret. I'll put the... And I'm using the whammy bar to get the tremolo on it there. Again, we've got one at the 4th fret. We've got one just above the 3rd fret. You see that? See that spot there? And then we got other ones inside of the 3rd fret. There's one just inside of the 3rd fret. You see where that is? And if we keep going up, there's one about there. inside of the 2nd fret. Inside of the 2nd fret once again, below it. And we keep going up. There's more up there, but you don't need to worry too much beyond that. I think on one of Dimebag's tracks, he sort of plays them like. You can muck around with that. You can experiment. Keep playing. Practice on the E string first of all, because it's much easier to do than on the other strings, because it's a fat string. It's more ready to create that resonant bell sound, and the distortion brings it out, and you want to be on the bridge pickup. All of those things brought together, it shouldn't be too difficult to achieve. So then once you've got your harmonics ringing out, let's do the 5th fret, because it's a fairly easy one, but it's quite high pitched, so we get a nice wee Dimebag-y sound. You can go down with it. You can go up with it, depending how well you've set up your. If you look here, my one is set up kind of like that, you see? So it's got quite a lot of distance to go up, which means that you can push it up a lot higher, which is great. So how high can you go? Yeah, so pretty high, that's good. So that's some Dimebag-y sounds on the E string, fairly easy to achieve. Another thing that he did in the live shows, which he absolutely rinsed, and a little tip here, if you are playing a Dean with the, or a flying V, would be the same thing. You can put your leg, you can put the rest of this part of the guitar inside your leg, which allows you to pull that, and you've got something to pull against then. So let's try. See that? So that technique is something that Dimebag rinsed at his live shows, and it's just so cool. So what you're doing there is you're pushing down pretty far, basically as far as it will go, and you're kind of playing the string with your left hand, like I showed you at the beginning, like bong, not like the harmonic. You actually pluck the string with your finger, like so. You let it ring like that. So the string's ringing, then you hit your harmonic. As it's slack, you hit it on the way up again, so you go bear, super low, and then you hit your harmonic on the way up, it catches the harmonic, and then you're free to come back up again with this hand. So the whole thing in one, if I can show you. If I do it slowly, it won't sound great, but yeah, it's tricky doing that. It took me a while, but keep practicing it. Turn your amp up loud, get your distortion on there, get your compression on there. Compression does help. And once you've mastered it on the E string, I have to say it's fairly easy. Try it on the A string and move up to the D string and keep going so. The harmonics are all in the same positions on the strings. It's just that they're slightly harder to get up on the higher strings because the higher strings are less likely to catch the harmonic correctly. We're not doing with pinched harmonics here, by the way. Pinched harmonics are a different thing, which Dimebag also used. If you're listening to his records, you might confuse a pinched harmonic for an artificial harmonic, but generally when you've got that big sweep across many tones, that's not a bend, that'll be done on the tremolo arm. So my favourite place to do it, or to get a Dimebag-y sound, is on the G string. So I dampen those three roughly with my thumb, and I use either my middle finger or my first finger to pluck the string in the same way we're getting the dive bombs as I've just shown you on the E string, and then catch it also with that. So on the G string, 5th fret harmonic, you can get some really high ones there. The 5th fret one, I find it really easy to get, and you get that really high Dimebag-y sound. Yeah, love that. You can do it on the 4th fret, a little bit harder. See, I can't even get it. That last one was the just inside the 3rd fret one, about there. So I'll show you with the left hand. show you it, both hands. If I can show you what's kind of going on with the right hand, it's something like... Excuse that sound, that's just my lead wobbling. And as far as pitching goes, with the right hand, like finding that pitch, it is a tricky technique, and you have to trust your ear. You have to listen to the note that you're doing. So all of this that we're doing right now is basically an E, and if you're in another key, you have to figure out what notes you're achieving with your harmonics. But I think Dimebag just experimented, and some of it's like really dark sounds. So like, let's say we're in F sharp. The regular harmonics that you would find then fall on odd notes, so that it might be a G, for example, which is a dark note in comparison to F sharp. So if we go... So you only have to bend down a little bit until we're in the key of F sharp. And if you don't quite hit the note right, you can cover it up with a bit of tremolo. But it's a very, you have to find that note, and you have to be trusting of your ear. You have to develop, I guess, your tuning ability, so you can hear when something's just out and when it arrives on pitch. Let's try it with something else, maybe. Yeah, just experiment. Let's try it in C sharp. How about that? Once again, we're just slightly out when I hit the harmonic, and then it's just into the key of C sharp. But stick in the key of E, can't go far wrong with any of them, anywhere across the neck pretty much. And obviously we're going up. We're going up from, so that note, when you hit the harmonic, 5th fret G string, that is, it's a minor third, so it's a G. So we're playing minor third as part of our minor pentatonic scale, and we can bend it up to an A or to a B. Both notes which are in the minor pentatonic scale, so when we're in the key of E, E minor pentatonic, every rock guitar player's favourite key, we just bend it up to that. That's to A. First one I bent it up to A, second one I bent it up to B. So first one's 2 semitones up, second one is 4 semitones up. So you have to go right up. So that's basically it. Practice away. Don't be put off by things when you first do it. It's going to sound a little bit. But even that sounds quite cool, you know. So just don't be afraid of it. It's a beast. The guitar is a beast, and enjoy playing those artificial harmonics and dive bombs, a la Dimebag Darrel. My name's Rohan Black. I hope to do a whole series of these videos. I want to look at his techniques. I want to look at his legato playing. I want to show you some specific licks, his knowledge about music theory and the way that he blended together minor scales, major scales, Dorian mode, natural minor mode, his use of the flat 5th interval, which he rinses all of the time to great effect. And I just want to talk about what a great guitar player he was. So if you've enjoyed this video, give me a like, give me a share, give me a comment, tell me what you want me to look at, and keep on rocking, guys. Thank you.